If Kenyan government will not stop the abductions, I want to promise you that the U.S. government will stop funding Kenya and issuing loans. The International Monetary Fund will also stop issuing loans to Kenya.
Imeinject hapo mmesikiza the message from Donald Trump from USA ambapo ameweza kutuma a very strong warning to RUTO about abduction. If he's not going to stop abducting youths, chaka kimotoni. So I just want to read something here, ndio wala ambao mjaweza kupata habari yote ili muweze kuipata kwa kina. RUTO gets another memo from US Embassy. While mourning the 99th US President Jimmy Carter, the US Embassy through its ex-handle was sure to pass a message to Dr. RUTO. The reluctance to call out RUTO as various human rights violations happened was one of the stick points of Meg Whitman's legacy. President William Ruto has received 2 memos from the United States Embassy in less than a month following the departure of envoy Megan Whitman, signaling the return of a direct approach towards putting Statehouse in check. Out on the heels of the embassy calling out Dr. Ruto's government for the high-handedness of police against the peaceful protesters during the femicide protest in Nairobi on December 10th, the embassy on Tuesday condemned the trend of abductions believed to be conducted by agents of the state. While mourning the 39th U.S. President Jimmy Carter, the U.S. Embassy through its ex-handle took the opportunity to pass a message to Dr. Ruto. President Carter championed human rights worldwide. In the spirit of his legacy, we joined the calls in Kenya for accountability and respect for rule of law. Abductions must end, stated the embassy currently under charge d'affaires Mark Dillard awaiting the appointment of the substantive envoy. In the condemnation of the actions taken against the anti-femicide protesters, the embassy said it was regrettable and concerning to see police actions against Kenyans exercising their constitutional rights to assemble and protest peacefully. On International Human Rights Day and every day, the United States supports efforts to end femicide Kenya and protect the human rights of all, it added. The U.S. also fired another salvo through the Africa Bureau under its Department of State. The Bureau is under U.S. Assistant Secretary of State Molly V. In December, that first post on X, the Bureau wrote, the United States echoes calls for transparent investigations and accountability in the wake of a reported rise in abductions and enforced disappearances. The most reproduced a December 26th statement by the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, which indicated that there had been 13 more cases of abduction in the 3 months to December, bringing the total to 82 since June 2024. The actions from the U.S. Embassy in Kenya are a far cry from the time of Ms. Whitman, who served as the ambassador between August 2022 and November 2024. A search of tweets posted over that period shows that hardly was the word rights mentioned. Whenever it was, it involved Ms. Whitman meeting activists. The reluctance to call out Dr. Ruto as various human rights violations happened, especially during anti-government protests in mid-2024, was one of the sticky points of Ms. Whitman's legacy. However, in an interview with The Nation 2 days after she announced her resignation, Whitman insisted that no one had been more vocal than her in calling out the transgressions of Dr. Ruto's administrations. No embassy here has done more than we have, she said, referring to the period starting June 2024. Secretary of State Anton Blinken has spoken 3 times to the president. We had our Undersecretary for Human Rights come to visit, and she gave a whole press conference met with the president, along with me, and then we have been very clear with members of government, members of parliament, and the president himself about the need for accountability for the 6 odd deaths, Whitman mixed signals. In an October 2024 instance, where embassies of various Western powers signed a statement that the US did not, she said our office stood aside because it gave mixed signals. We thought that there was a mixed message in that statement. There was the congratulations part of the message, and then a statement on abductions and the killings. And we thought that it was not appropriate to have a congratulations paired with, if you will, an admonishment, Miss Whitman said. After her exit, which she said was normal procedure, when there is a change of guard at the White House, the embassy appears to have chosen the direct and prompt approach to addressing issues. The recent actions by the U.S. embassy can also be seen as a way of aligning with the foreign policy of President-elect Donald Trump, who is said to be inaugurated on January 20 for his second term. So I think RUTO should be awarded president, since that you all know Donald Trump is a no-go zone. Donald Trump ni mtu ambaye entertain vitu kama hizi zenye zinaendelea. Umesikia vile amemuona, amemwambia kama abductions haziwezi zikakomeshwa. Kuna vitu ambazo Kenya hatuwezi tukapata, especially the loans. Kuna ile msaada yenye tunapata kutoka the United States of America, sitaenda kukomeshwa kabisa na hatutapata. I love Donald because yeye ni mtu ambaye afichi maneno. Aendi kando hivi aende kukuambia na huko, hapana. Vile ametuma that signal ama that warning, it means it. Yeye si mtu wa kusema kama Biden venye amekuwa akiwa na RUTO anamsikiza sana because amekuwa puppet wake. Donald hawezi aka entertain vitu kama hizo. Hiyo ni kitu najua. Donald ni mtu ambaye aogopi, is not going to entertain, is not going to tolerate hii ujinga yenye inaendelea hapa Kenya, hii upuzi yote inaendelea hapa Kenya. Yani people can wake up and decide to abduct and kill any time, any minute, any second. They don't care. I'm asking myself, is RUTO a father? RUTO amezaa kweli? Ama bibi yake amezaa kweli? Hata bibi yake haizi mwambie mzee, hapa unafanya ni vibaya. Hata kama wamekuchora hizo mameme, it doesn't mean you look like that. Because it's a mere meme. Unataka kuua watu wamalize kabisa, watoto wa wenyewe wamalize kabisa. You don't have mercy even to the parents wenye wanalia. You don't care about that. I've never seen someone who is heartless like RUTO. In fact, he is so heartless. Ani mpaka wakati mzazi mwanaume ameenda kotini amelia baada hajaweza kumhurumia mtu yeyote arudishe wao watoto wamekuwa abducted. And there is this video yenye Gachagua amesema kama hao watoto hawajarudishwa mpaka sasa hivi, that means maybe wamewaua. Kuna possibility, yes, wamewaua ama kuna possibility wako hai. But kama wako hai, why don't they take them to court? Wakuwe charged, basi wahukumiwe, tujue wamehukumiwa, instead ya kufungia watoto mahali wamewafungia. Awaongei. I support Trump kusema kwamba kuna vitu ambazo Kenya haitapata. Na amukanyagie kabisa. Mimi I'm so happy for Donald. I know ataenda kulainisha hii Kenya. Kama RUTO alikuwa amezoea Biden, sasa Donald ni wrong number. Haizi akatoreti hii uzinga yenye inaendelea. Why should you abduct? How many cartoons tumeona za Trump zikichorwa kwa mtandao na hatujawahi sikia kama watu wameabductiwa because of hizo memes. Honestly speaking. Yani RUTO anataka kutucontrol akuwe kama Museveni. We are not going to allow. We are a free country. We won't allow. Our mababu zetu walipigania hii nchi kitambo sana. Tukapata freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Kama mtu amekosea, tuko na sheria ambayo mtu anafaa kushikwa apelekwe pale mahakamani ahukumiwe. period. Si mambo na kushika watoto kuwaua, yani kufanya vile unataka. And then ya kuna watu ambao anasema ati huyo mtu ameenda Airbnb amekaa na boyfriend wake na girlfriend wake for 3, 4, 5 days, umeanza ku announce like a leader. Unatoa wapi guts za kuongea kitu kama hiyo? That's very, very wrong, and nobody should allow such things to happen. I pray for those people, for those families who watoto wao wamekuwa abducted. May God see them through as we keep on shouting kwa mtandao, tuone kama Mungu atafanya njia ama government itaweza kuwafungulia. As to Team Injector, I can say, guys, let's gather together, let's unite and be one nation so that we keep on fighting this rotten society. Or I can say thank you so much. May God bless you. See you in our next video. Bye bye.